Welcome to English Grammar Lesson.
This lesson is about the past simple tense. Now let's get started. I'm going to show you when to use past simple, how to form past simple. We will learn about the regular and irregular verbs, and we will do the quiz about the past simple verbs tense. Let's have a look at the past simple in use. We use the past simple for things that have happened at the time in the past, so we had to know when it happened. The helpers of the past simple are yesterday, ago, for example, 2 hours ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 months ago, and last summer, last week, last weekend. Take a look at these sentences. He went to his grandparents yesterday. We ate a delicious cake last week. Both these sentences are in the past simple tense. How to form past simple tense? But before we get started, it's good to know that in English language we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. And it's advisable that you study the most commonly used irregular verbs. For regular verbs, we simply use the infinitive form of the verb and add ed for in singular forms and for the plural forms. For example, I kicked the ball, she cooked dinner, it rained yesterday, they watched the tennis match. I played yesterday. He played yesterday. She played yesterday. It played yesterday. You played yesterday. We played yesterday. They played yesterday. As for the regular verbs, we need to pay extra attention for verbs that end in an E, such as leave, close. With these verbs, we use the infinitive form of the verb, but we only add a D. For example, I lived here last year. He closed the door. We also need to pay attention to verbs that end in an Y, especially those preceded by a constant, such as study, tidy. The constants D letters. Here Y changes into I. For example, they studied a lot. She tidied her room. But if Y preceded by a vowel, for example in the words stay or play, the vowels A letters. In this case, Y doesn't change. For example, we stayed in the forest. We played chess last week. Remember, if the verbs end in constant plus vowel plus constant, we double the last constant and then we add ed in the end. For example, stop, stopped. The car stopped. Now let's have a look at the irregular verbs. All the irregular verbs have a unique second past simple form. For example, I built that house last year. The infinitive form is to build. She learned English in the 1990s. The infinitive form is to learn. Past simple in negative sentences for regular and irregular verbs. We use did with not, contracting it into didn't plus the infinitive form of the verb. For example, they didn't listen to the radio yesterday. I didn't go to the supermarket last week. She didn't drive her car 3 days ago. Let's read together. I didn't play yesterday. He didn't play yesterday. She didn't play yesterday. It didn't play yesterday. You didn't play yesterday. We didn't play yesterday. They didn't play yesterday. Let's have a look at the past simple in question. For all verbs, regular and irregular, we use did and the infinitive form of the verb. For example, did she talk to him yesterday? Did you ride your bike last week? Did they walk on the farm 5 years ago? Read with me. Did I play yesterday? Did he play yesterday? Did she play yesterday? Did it play yesterday? Did you play yesterday? Did we play yesterday? Did they play yesterday? Now let's play a quiz about the past simple verb tense. Follow the instructions. Step number 1. Watch the video. Step number 2. Speak loud by yourself. And step number 3. Answer the questions. Let's start from the step number 1. Watch the video very attentively.
What did you do?
Good morning, Sally. How are you?
I'm great. What did you do yesterday?
We went to the park.
What did you do in the park?
We flew kites. His kites flew high.
Wow, you're good.
What did you do yesterday, Sally?
I read books.
Let's go to the classroom. What did you do yesterday?
I watched a science movie.
I made cookies yesterday. I brought cookies for you.
Thanks.
Delicious!
Step number 2. Speak louder by yourself.
Speak aloud.
Yum, yum.
And step number 3. Answer the questions.
Choose the correct form of the verb using past simple. I will give you the correct answer after each question. Number 1. The boy and his dog. A. Went. B. Go. C. Didn't go to the park. A. Went. Well done. Number 2. They. A. Flew. B. Flew. C. Float kites in the park. Flew. Well done. Number 3. The girl in the classroom. A. Watched the science movie. B. Watched the cartoon. C. C. Watched the science movie. C. Watched the science movie. Number 4. The teacher. A. Make. B. Made. C. Makes cookies yesterday. B. Made. Well done. I thank you for your attention. Goodbye and see you at the next video lessons.